Hey, Bob here, and welcome back to the Your Virtual Upline podcast, where we give network marketers the mindset, strategies, and skills that you need to build the business and life of your dreams. Hey, Bob here. Welcome back to the show, episode 376. Today, I want to present a new definition of success when it comes to content. You know, I think we live in a world today where we have a very narrow definition of success. And so a successful piece of content is one that gets engagement, gets likes, gets comments, gets shares, results in follows, right? When we judge the success of a piece of content, I argue we're only looking at it through way too narrow a lens of focus and a short-term time horizon. And I think this is a big problem for a lot of you because if you've been following us, you're learning a new way to approach the topic of content. Hopefully you're learning how to be more transformational in your approach to creating content. And here's what I know to be true. Anytime you're learning a new skill or a new way of doing things, when you first begin to do it, you're not going to be great at it. And when we start to do things a different way, it also can be very scary. It can be uncertain, right? Transformational content requires a much higher level of skill, of vulnerability. It requires more courage because you're putting yourself out there. You're not just hiding behind your company and your products. You're really starting to learn what it means to be authentic and relatable in content. And so what I see happening a lot is we'll teach our clients how to do this new way of creating content, and they'll immediately start getting discouraged and they'll stop because they're not seeing the engagement that they thought they should be. And this just came up. I had a client of mine just last week, was coaching her inside of our Love, Serve, Grow program. And she shared this post with me and she said, she goes, I'm not sure if this is working for me. And she said, I'm wondering if it's ever okay to take a post down. And so I looked at this particular post. I pulled it up on the screen right on Zoom. We're looking at it together. And what I saw was this beautifully executed piece of transformational content. It was her just sharing a very vulnerable, authentic part of her journey and her story about how she used to struggle with anxiety and a lack of self-worth. Talked about how she was always comparing herself to other people, never thinking she was good enough, and just shared how being a part of a community of supportive women had helped her start to see herself differently. And it was just really well executed. It had a beautiful image of her with family. And so I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, well, why is she asking this question? Why is she struggling with this? And then I realized why. I looked and I saw 3 likes.